I am live inside the FingerLakes1.com studio, where I'm joined by Jim Sinicropi. I have Katherine Chase because it is Wine Wednesday already, and our special guest we brought in today is Joe Gober. He is the owner of Americana Vineyards, and we're going to talk a lot of fun things about Americana. We're also going to try a bunch of delicious wines, of course. But first, today's show is brought to you by Cicino's Pizzeria and Restaurant. You know it's the holiday season when their annual holiday gift card promotion is back. It's now through December 31st, and if you purchase a $25 gift card, you get an extra $5 added on there just for free. So
Boom.
really, you're getting a $30 gift card, which
For the price of $25.
Yeah, can't be upset about that. But welcome already, end of November.
I missed you guys so much.
I know, we usually have like a Thanksgiving podcast, and we're already past that, and we're going into Christmas full on. And so I'm excited to have you in the studio. It feels like it's been a while, but it hasn't since you've had a guest.
It's been a while since I had a guest. I was like, I need to take the easy way out, so I begged Joe to come on with me.
Well, it's great that Joe's here. Americana is one of my favorites.
Good.
Yeah, we were excited when you said you were bringing Joe, and Joe's no stranger to being on podcasts with us, so we're excited to have you here. I want to kind of know, how long have you been the owner of Americana?
Well, I've been the owner of Americana for 27 years,
Oh,
but the
my
winery
goodness.
has been there for 42 years now.
Wow.
They are a founding member of the wine
We
shop.
are a founding member.
Yeah.
Wow.
All these gray hairs that I have
America's
for a
oldest
reason.
He didn't start with those gray hairs.
Did you think that you were going to be in the wine industry when you grew up?
No, I describe it as a calling.
Oh.
When I bought Americana from Jim and Marianne Trouble in 1997, it was like a calling. I knew I had to be here, that it was a place that I should be, like a priesthood thing.
And did that just become available, or did you visit prior and say, man, this would be my kind of place, or have a vision for it at that point?
I had a vision for it. I knew that, I wanted to help along. I knew that I could raise everybody's boat and for the whole Finger Lakes and all the wineries of Cayuga Lake. And when I bought it, there was only 8 wineries on the trail.
Wow.
And now
You've come so far now.
all of us have come far in the Finger Lakes.
25 years, last 25 years.
So the events got bigger, the events got better, the food got better, the wine is so good right now, and I'm really excited that we're going to taste some of what are my favorites, actually, which I brought, with some of the pairings and things that I like to do with the wine. And we're going to make your holiday special with all of this.
Right. I see some of the reds, but I also see a lot of sweets. So did you think about this as like post Thanksgiving, going into Christmas, these are the perfect wines and sweets
I
for
think
it?
we just have a sweet tooth and we like cheese. So
Okay, that makes it easy. And we're just the guinea pigs that try anything. So if you want, we can start going right into the tastings. I know you said we're going to be trying some hybrids, correct?
Right. We have French American Hybrid Baco Noir, my personal favorite.
Okay.
Little cherry and raspberry flavors a little on the side of your tongue, a little black pepper. And what I like to do with the Baco is you have a dark chocolate brownie on your plate, and
Very
I got
exciting.
that. The Baco is in the brownie. I use it to make the brownie. So we got a lot of food and wine ideas where you can put the wine in the food and a little in the chef, and then you can serve your guests and that and make it a memory. But it really lifts up the brownie to umami feeling. So you got a real special dark chocolate with the Baco. So you want to taste the wine first.
and these are
Sip,
gluten-free,
eat, sip.
correct?
These are gluten-free
So they're
brownies.
healthy.
Yeah, right.
So, you can substitute almond flour or rice flour, and I would use flour and some xanthan gum. But I like the gluten-free version because it's chocolatier.
Oh,
Okay,
Has
well
more-
then,
and that's why
Fudgier?
It's fudgier. Yeah.
why wouldn't you want to go that
So-
way then? I would have never guessed.
honestly, that the gluten-free one was more rich in chocolate.
Yeah.
So sip, eat, sip. We have definitely learned that having Katherine in here.
And this is one of the wines we're highlighting for the holiday shopping spree as well, which is
Wine
this
is
weekend.
delicious.
Now,
I don't
Baco
think we've
Noir
tried this.
isn't overly popular along the trail. There's not a lot of wineries that carry it.
No, it's a blending grape in a lot of cases.
Yeah.
So how is it compared to a Pinot Noir?
Heavier. The native stock that's used to shorten the growing season, but it's high in acid, so you get that punch with it and with the sweetness, or you can have it with a steak or grilled salmon.
Yeah.
But
This brownie is excellent.
Yeah, I'm
and
loving it how it is right now.
Yeah, it is perfect. And
tell ya.
Catherine Chase usually makes all of our foods for us, but we got lucky and you made this fresh this morning, huh?
I made this morning for you. And
Oh my goodness, it's so good and rich. Go gluten-free, I guess.
Yeah.
see,
I
the
don't-
gluten-free with the brownie and the chocolate seems to enhance that flavor, at least for me personally. But with the Baco, which is on sale actually for the holiday shopping spree,
What is the sale going on? Is this the
two
following?
Bacos for $40 and one of my homemade fudges,
Oh,
which we have at the winery.
I was just gonna ask, so
And it
like
was
these
chocolate,
brownies.
and we have a wineberry fudge, which is raspberry and Baco Noir in the fudge, which I'll be making for the weekend, which will be available in the tasting room.
So
But
he
you
moonlights as a baker as well.
I
as
was
a
just gonna
winery
say,
owner.
do you
we
make
have
a good
over
amount?
40 different flavors of fudge,
Oh my good, all made by you?
all made by me.
Wow, you're busy.
I am busy.
But it's obviously something that you enjoy. I'm sure people very much enjoy if you have 40 different
Yeah.
flavors in
This
there.
time of year, my favorite fudge to make is the pumpkin pie fudge.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
It's so
Wine's
good.
fantastic, and I always get
Yeah, it
excited
is.
This
when
is
I
good.
taste a red wine like this that's from the Finger Lakes.
Yeah. Really, if you're not buying, the winemakers in the Finger Lakes have really honed down their winemaking skills, and the red wines in the Finger Lakes are absolutely delicious.
Unbelievable, that's great.
This one is absolutely delicious, and I feel like we never tasted this one in the years that you have been coming
I
on.
think I probably have brought it on, but maybe it has a different context with whatever I paired it with.
Yeah,
You know, because it does take on a different complexity.
of course, and you can pair it with a million different things, like you said, and she's great.
But this is good. It's not heavy, so it's not intimidating as a red.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
That was
With the
delicious.
brownies, unbelievable.
Yeah.
10 out of 10. So
Yay.
moving on to
Do we
our
even
next
need to
one.
continue?
Yeah.
I know.
Oh,
right?
absolutely, we need to continue.
You were switching real quick from that deep chocolate to some cheese.
Yeah.
So I
this
went
will be
to,
interesting.
next one of my personal favorites is our Cayuga White. Real green apple characteristics with the Cayuga White. It's perfect with a cheese board, some crusty French bread, you know, a picnic with friends, or a party. They put out a whole bunch of different cheeses, a charcuterie, fresh vegetables, different things like that. But I brought some cheddar curds to have with them. And it's really an example of how when you pair wine and cheese, just keep it light, keep it fun.
Yeah.
You know? And you're having guests over, so put out a cheese board. It's simple, no baking. Cut up some bread, toast it, rub it with garlic. Not anything fancy, but it makes it special. And you're trying to make a memory and make the holiday special.
My
So
favorite
a
thing
little
to
bit
do
of the
is
cheese curd, a little bit of the Cayuga.
This is good.
Okay, and Cayuga White is a hybrid grape. Cornell University released it in 1972 to the commercial industry. It was their first. They named it after Cayuga Lake. And it's
fantastic.
absolutely my favorite. Another one of my favorite wines that I like to drink. It's my go-to wine. And if there's always a little left in the bottle, I finish it.
You have to. Why waste it?
Light, fruity,
This is really
Not
good.
too
Cayuga White
sweet.
tends to be a little sweeter for my palate.
Uh-huh.
We
but
do
this
ours
is
drier.
much drier, yes.
And it does go perfect with this cheese. It's like, I was worried because
really
I just
does.
had such a rich chocolate if I was going to like
Affect it.
contrast
Yeah,
with it. or
not
something.
at
Not
all.
at all. Wow. It always seems to amaze me how well we do with these pairings. You guys are the experts here, so it makes sense. But this is delicious.
Yeah, that is really good.
Pleasant morning.
And that could be your entire lunch. Cheese and wine.
Oh,
Right.
cheese,
absolutely.
wine, and
It
chocolate.
should
How
be
many
your
times
entire
has
lunch.
it been? Yeah, how many times has that actually been your entire lunch?
A
I'd
lot,
say
actually.
A lot.
Jim
Not
is
to brag,
definitely
but
You're definitely one to get some wine and cheese and just have that as your whole meal.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
See it on its
And we do that a
Snapchat.
lot.
There's
all the
nothing
time.
wrong with
Do
it.
that on a weekend night. Don't eat dinner, but just make a big ass cheese tray and kill
Yeah.
a bottle of wine.
Keep
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
simple.
absolutely.
Just keep it simple. You don't have to complicate
It
it.
cleans the fridge out too, kind of.
I was worried that this was going to be too sweet, but it's definitely not
No.
like some of the other ones that we had tried. So
Now we
Yeah.
have drier versions. We have our Riesling, we have our Apparition, which is Vidal Blanc, which is absolutely delicious. Dry Riesling, and our Chardonnay. My favorite
Oh.
thing to do with our Chardonnay is to make hot buttered popcorn with a
Wow.
glass of Chardonnay and watch a movie.
Huh. Well, I'll have to do that. Popcorn
Different ideas for
and
people to
wine.
do for the holidays or in the house.
You're right. That cold weather's coming up. You don't want to leave the house as much,
And
I
I do
feel
popcorn
like.
the old-fashioned way in an iron pan,
Yeah.
and I shake it because it's the best that way.
That's funny you say that. I just tried to make popcorn for the first time like that, and I was like,
Sounds
how
like
have
you
I
didn't
not?
get it.
You gotta cover it on the pan.
I did it,
Like-
but then I poured butter on it after, and it made it like
Soggy, yeah.
too soggy. So I was like, all right, next time I'm gonna
You
perfect
live
it.
and you learn.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is one of my favorite iterations of the Cayuga grape. This is perfect. It's just perfect. Like I say, sometimes, and it's not to say I don't like a really sweet wine, because I do. I just can't drink too much of that.
It has
But
a
this-
time and place as well.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is, it's a subtle sweetness.
What's the
It's-
residual sugar
it's
on it?
light,
Do you know?
too.
2?
Yeah, it's-
Wow.
It's really good, really good.
And it's so pretty. Look at that label. What is that in the corner, that little flag?
That is what the winery looked like when I bought it.
Oh,
That's
wow.
a hand drawing of the tasting room and the vineyard that was next to the winery. And that vineyard was Aurora, which is a grape we didn't use, so we, well, if you've been down, we built a whole new big barn and 2 more down there.
Yeah, the
with it.
property's
So
amazing.
The vineyard is out back, and we have hops growing and bees, hives, and all kinds of things down
Yeah, I
there.
was surprised with last time I was there, at how mature the hops vines are. Are they vines? They're just, they grow up.
They're not vines, but they grow like 16 feet high.
Wow.
This past summer, we put a sheet up and we had movies in the hop yard. We projected on the
cool.
movies on the hop yard.
Oh, that's
If
awesome.
you haven't been to Americana, one of the things I like the most about it, it's a great place if you have a group of, I don't know, 4 to 12, 16 people. There's so much room in the backyard. I call it the backyard. And there's plenty of places where you and your group can go and have your own spot, but still be part of the whole scene. There's a covered pavilion right down there.
Yeah.
The food at the cafe is delicious. So the last time I was there, oh geez, we bought a few bottles, drank them out back, got a bunch of appetizers from the cafe, and it was just a beautiful day. There's dogs around. It's just very pleasant, welcoming, inviting.
It's
and-
very
and-
homey.
And open, and open.
Yep.
You're not crammed into a place, so.
Yeah, I like that. I like having all that extra space outside because we travel in packs of like 25 to 35 people always when we go to the wineries, and definitely having that space out there is a big difference.
Well, we always have Maverick, which is he's our black lab that walks around, and he's always looking for a treat from all the groups.
Oh,
So he's
yeah.
traveling from group to group, so we are very dog friendly. And if you have a puppy, their dogs are always welcome at Americana. So.
Cool.
And
fun.
now, going into the colder months, you closed down the cafe, correct?
Yeah, right now, the cafe is closed for the winter. What we are offering actually in the tasting room through December is if you want to add a soup to your tasting plate.
Cool.
We can add a soup for $6 to
Awesome.
your tasting plate. And I make, we have homemade chilies.
You make those
I
as
make-
well?
I do.
Jeez.
And I just made a fresh batch of clam chowder because clam chowder is one of my favorites. So we'll offer, if you're on the trail and you need a little bite to eat, we'll have a soup
Cool.
that'll be available with the tasting.
But you
Nothing
also
fancy.
have the fudge and stuff that
Oh,
people
the fudge
can
is
do,
always
yeah.
available.
Right,
Yeah, that's
right.
the thing. And there's Baco brownies will be available too.
Well, they should be because they're amazing.
You have a Baco sauce too, right?
We have a spaghetti sauce with the Baco
Yeah.
in it. That's how much I love this wine.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm really impressed with it, with both the wines we've tasted so far.
Yeah, me
Great.
too. I'm excited to try this third one because we both were saying how much chocolate pie is like one of our favorites, so I'm very excited.
This chocolate pie is thanks to Katherine.
So I made this little chocolate
Oh, okay. So it's going to be bad, you're
pie.
saying?
Yeah, this is going to be terrible.
So the wine that we're going to have with the chocolate pie is the Sweet Rosie wine. And the Sweet Rosie is a little black grape called Ives. Ives is an old grape that only a couple other wineries use in making their wines. It gives us a wild strawberry characteristic, light sweet, not heavy sweet or
No,
syrupy.
okay.
And what I like to do with the Rosie, besides also doing the same thing with a Baco, because I have a Sweet Rosie brownie that I make as well. It's totally
never
different when you make it. But I like to make strawberry shortcake with the Rosie. I take strawberries, slice them up, and blueberries, pour the Rosie over the strawberries, a little sugar, let that emaciate for a while, and then I, of course, make from scratch shortcakes.
Of course you do.
I do. And then I toast them. I cut them in half and put them and toast them, and then I put the strawberries and the whipped cream on top. It's so
Text
good.
me when you're doing
Yeah,
this.
but with the chocolate
try
pie, you
this.
like it with a little chocolate or cheesecake,
Yeah?
and and if you take those strawberries and make a
Cheesecake,
trifle, a layer of pound cake, a layer of strawberries, a layer of pudding, a layer of whipped cream. You just kind of layer that. It makes a great holiday dessert. Really simple. You can go to our website for recipes at americanavineyards.com, or like us on Facebook at Americana Wine.
Proud of you.
Twitter.
What
Instagram.
hours? What are your hours?
Right now we're 11 to 5 during the week, and 11 to 5:30 on Friday and Saturday.
Now,
And we have music coming up. We have some holiday concerts in December, and I booked a couple of dates. I still have a few open, but it'll be Saturday and Sunday during the day from 2 to 4:30, because it gets dark early now.
Right.
For the shortened days.
Oh, yeah, you're so right. I'm
Another
gonna ask
fantastic
that.
wine.
I know, this is so good too.
Again, I was worried it was going to be too sweet, and it's really not, and it's definitely a lot lighter than
The
I
pie cuts the
expected.
sweetness out too.
Now, moving into the holiday season, do you guys find yourself becoming a little bit more busy, or does it slow down? I feel like people would be coming out there to get all those fudges and stock up on the wines for the winter, but do you have as many events?
It slows down. It slows down for the winter. We get a lot of holiday during the season when people are visiting families. They make plans. We'll get bus groups of families that come in.
Right.
The regulars that come in for their wine. Of course, we just had Cyber Monday and Small Business Saturday and Black Friday.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I had a pile of wine that I shipped out.
Awesome.
And my quality control, Maverick, was right there by it, checking, making sure everything was good.
Quality control, I like
And
that he calls Maverick that.
we have a new kitten for Christmas. Her name is Dorian Gray. She's all gray, all the way down to her little toe beans. And she's cute as hell, and she was walking around, checking everything out. She's just like this big now.
I love that.
So,
Well, I gotta tell you, this time of year, you have people on your shopping list, hit the wine trails. You can find, not only wine, but there's also usually other little knickknacks that
Other
you
little
can find too. But
tchotchkes.
I mean, I would be love to get, if anybody's listening, I would take any of these. But I think if I had to choose one, is my favorite. It's the Boca Noir.
Yeah, that was very, very surprising to me. And honestly, I think that might have been my favorite for today. Usually I would be basic and I would go with the whites
You've
that I
really
like the most.
changed
I have.
since I first
The
met
Cayuga-
you.
I've grown up now.
You really
Cayuga
have.
is,
It-
again,
no,
like
the
I
vodka
said,
was
tastes a
good.
lot of the Cayuga grape, and you did really well.
It just shows you the different winemaking styles
Yep.
too on the same grape. And the seasons are different too with how it's treated, so.
I'm not a rosé guy usually too, but I really enjoyed this too.
Hey,
Maybe it was.
rosy.
Maybe it
well,
was
we had to
the-
make her fun.
Yeah.
I mean, she's not a dry rosé. She's a sweet rosé.
Right.
Yeah, sweet Rosie. I
Sweet
like it.
Rosie.
It's so cute.
And that's how we've been calling her. She was what I inherited the recipe, that one from Jim and Mary Ann, so I call it the heritage wines.
Oh,
We have, like if you know our wines, you know the Indian Summer and November Harvest. They're all available in the tasting room. They're the heritage wines. And then we have the new ones that, that I've done. We have a whole selection of blueberry wines. I have a strawberry rhubarb dessert wine. There's all kinds of different things. If you haven't been in a while to
Yeah.
taste at Americana.
I bet he bakes and cooks with all of those as well.
I have no doubt in my
So
mind.
when you choose the bottle, I noticed that the Rosie's in a bit of a frosted bottle. Like how much thought goes into the actual choosing the bottles?
It's all part of the process of what it looks
Right.
like on the shelf. Because if you're thinking about retail in the store, I mean, being a winery owner, you own like 5 different businesses.
Yeah, oh,
I
for
mean,
sure.
you're in farming. I mean, you're in retail. If you own a
Winemaking?
restaurant, winemaking,
Production.
I mean, all of it. It's not just one job. It's 5 different jobs, and
And
lot of work.
congratulations to you for having it for this long, and
Yeah.
it's so successful, and people talk about it all the time, and being the staple, like you said, of the Cayuga Lake Wine Trail, that must have like a little bit of pat on your back right there.
It's a cool spot too.
Yeah.
It's on the south end of Seneca County, but it's also Trumansburg.
Right.
A lot
Well,
of people will say, let's go down to Americana, let's go down to Trumansburg and go to Americana. It's just a cool spot on the southern
sure.
end of the county, on the southern end of the lake, and it's a great property. And I've been there many times, and I enjoy it every time.
Well, and you mentioned, I'm going backwards, but you mentioned holiday events. You guys have your holiday event
Yeah,
that's
so we
going
have
on,
the
right?
second weekend of the holiday shopping spree coming up. Last time I was here, I brought on recipes to taste. And I mentioned the ornament, and I didn't have it, and so I actually wanted to show you guys if you're watching from
Bring it
last
out.
month.
Yeah.
So you get it in this cute little box.
What's it say on that?
It just says it's the 2022 holiday shopping spree. It has our logo, and then it has the logo of the lady who made it, the Hands on Glass studio in Corning, New York.
Great.
Just so you'll remember year after year. And so here's the ornament.
Ooh, it's so pretty. Oh, I love it.
I put the ribbon on it so I could hold it easier. I did not want to drop it and have a catastrophe right here.
Oh, no, absolutely not.
But it'll sparkle and be gorgeous on your tree
That
for
is
years
so
to come.
pretty. Oh, my goodness.
We do still have tickets left for this weekend until 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. CayugaWineShell.com. Single and ticket,
Pretty good
single and
weather
couple
this weekend
tickets.
for it too. It'll be warm on Saturday, a little windy, but
Yeah.
warm. You're not going to be like freezing it.
Yeah, it's not going to be snowy.
Yeah.
It's so pretty. You
Yeah.
said this is, she made this, right?
Yeah,
With-
it's
she
a glass
blows the
studio in
glass?
Corning, New York. She made all of them. So each one is going to look a little different, you know, just like a snowflake.
I love
Not
the
Each one
color.
is created differently.
Every-
Yeah.
Blue is like,
The
it's
view is,
pretty
the
blue.
blue with the lights, it's
And
so
then
beautiful.
some of
Yeah.
these are a little glittery,
Uh-huh.
so they'll hit the lights perfectly.
Picture that when it's snowing, you have that bright white, just fresh fall of snow, and
I put my tree up yesterday.
Oh, you
I
did?
didn't put the decorations on it, but I actually put it up. I got it at the Waterloo Fire Department.
Yep, I did too. I got my tree up.
Great.
Lights and garland, but no ornaments
I
yet.
got lights.
Baby steps.
Only lights.
I feel like
It's a fine tree.
late. I feel late because I haven't got my tree up yet. And
You are.
We're like in the middle of construction in our house too, so like you want to feel super like holly jolly, but you're like,
A lot of work goes into it, so I want it there as long as I can.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
You know, and
yeah.
it's got to come down by New Year's Day, because otherwise that's bad luck.
Oh,
Oh, no.
I
didn't
never
know
had
that.
bad luck,
Told
and
me.
I keep it up for a while after
Yeah, I
that.
keep it up after too.
Yeah,
I try to wait. Because, I mean, it's an investment, you know?
yeah, right.
That's
How
why I
much
say you get it
do they
early.
go for nowadays? Like
It
what
It was
size tree?
$52.
$52 Waterloo Fire Department,
Yeah.
7.5 feet.
But they deliver
Okay.
it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
they deliver. I was there
They delivered it.
Monday night at 5:30, and it was at my house by 6.
Oh,
Nice.
wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. That's awesome to get it from a place like that too, because
Yes,
you're
and you know,
helping
it's
out.
supporting. I live in Seneca Falls, but they still delivered it. I was within the range.
Cool.
So it's still, they would still come, you know, if I had a fire, Waterloo Fire Department would still come to me. So.
Yay, we love that.
But,
That's
you know,
awesome.
they have them pre-chopped, so you go and you can still walk and you can pick them. They put them in a net, they bring them to you. I just wish that they would pick it up for me afterwards.
Yeah.
Because the hardest part is getting it out of the
Yes,
house.
please,
but
just take it. Maybe
Just
somebody
take
could
it.
start a business
I've
like
joked
that.
to them about it. I'm like,
Just-
could you
yeah.
come and pick it up when I'm done with it? But
Instead of just taking it and you throw it
instead
out
of
in
having to
front.
drag needles all through
Yeah,
the
yeah.
house. but-
How come I'm the only guy that finished all my wine?
Huh?
I don't know,
How come
you're-
You did. You
It's
finished all your
curing
ones.
my
I like 'em.
my little cold that I feel like I have. I feel like it has warmed
It's
me
the
right
elixir
up.
to life.
Yeah, it has cured me. The holiday season is here and it's here to stay. And you,
Well, it's here for a few weeks. and
It's
then
here
it's
to-
gonna
Here,
be
so
gone.
enjoy it.
Yeah,
while you're here.
Right.
Take
you
some
embrace
time.
it. Yeah.
Take some time. Have the wine.
Yes.
Eat the brownie and
Yep.
the chocolate pie and the cheese.
Of course.
Have the
Drink the
dessert.
wine.
And surround yourself with loved ones.
Do you send out the wines year round? Can people order online?
We send out the wine all year round. We
Perfect.
ship out all year round.
Right,
for
so
wine.
He
All
people
keeps
over.
make-
Maverick on his toes. He's
Yeah.
got a lot to quality
He's got
Well,
a
control.
again, just for anybody watching who's got me on their lists.
Let's
Good
see.
wine. I could drink this every day.
Do not
Yeah.
forget that wine makes a really great teacher gift. They deserve it.
They do. I
And
know.
Americana is very close to the elementary school, so.
I should point out, too, talking about the holiday season, we're a week away from It's a Wonderful Life weekend and the 5K race in Seneca Falls.
Already, wow.
Yeah, it's going to be, hopefully it's good weather. You know,
They don't care. The runners do not care.
You're right.
I loved
They don't
it
care.
when it snowed. When it rained is not good.
Right.
It just kind of dampens it. When it
Yeah, that's
snows,
fair.
it makes things harder, but it's so beautiful, and it fits the theme, obviously.
Sure.
But the way things are going, I wouldn't be surprised if it's 55 degrees
That's
out.
fair.
Oh my
But the
goodness.
wine will warm you up.
It sure
So
will.
go to a winery before, stock up, drink the wine afterwards.
Right. So
I
take-
have 13 wineries that can help you with that.
So take the short ride down to the
Yep.
3 miles close to the border
Absolutely.
to Americana. You're close to Teganic Falls. You can go check out the falls. Absolutely beautiful this time of year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come up, we'll warm you up with some soup and a wine tasting, some brownies,
Brownies for later.
some fudge, and we have all different kinds of gourmet canned bottled desserts, and my bacon pepper bacon jam that you can put in the stocking.
I brought it on
we
here
were
before.
like, oh, that is like my
So it's
favorite.
available at the winery.
Yep,
We-
yep.
We
Okay.
have some buffalo
Yep.
wing dip. We have all kinds of gourmet foods, aiolis and stuff that you can.
Did
put
you
in
make
stocking
the
stuff.
dips as well?
No.
Okay,
It's
one
available.
thing he
It's all
doesn't
available.
do.
But
You can't do
if you
everything.
It's ideas for stocking stuffers, bottles of
Oh
wine.
my God,
Wine
I want
makes the
that in my
best gift.
stocking if anyone's listening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People come from all over the country for this weekend, next weekend. It's Wonderful Life Weekend in Seneca Falls. So yeah, I mean, if you're here and you're watching the show and you're planning on coming, that would be a great auxiliary
Absolutely.
afternoon. On one of the afternoons you're here, take a ride down the Cayuga Lake Wine Trail and hit
Absolutely.
up some wineries, bring some bottles of wine back home to wherever you're traveling from. And
Yep.
and there's also a lot of other things. The Skinny Atlas Dickens Christmas is
Yeah, it's going on.
underway, and
Tree light
I
festivals
think
everywhere.
the same weekend is It's Wonderful Life in Seneca Falls in Penn. They have the Starshine event. So Naples, I think, has an event as well that
Yep.
weekend. So a lot going on this time
And
of
the
year,
Finger
even
Lakes.
though
Oh,
it's
yeah.
technically winter.
So when someone asks you that, what's happening here? A lot.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot
What
happening
isn't?
here.
Yeah, what is it?
There's
More-
something to do.
More happening than you have time for.
Right.
Yes.
Absolutely, yeah, for sure. But it was a perfect show, I feel like, leading into the Christmas season.
I
Can-
get excited when we have these shows and I discover something
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
this
it is.
Baco Noir.
It makes sense why it's your favorite. That really is. And Jim is a huge noir guy. Like,
And he likes to cook with it.
yeah, he's a little chef too. You guys should link up and share
He loves
recipes.
soup. It's one of
I
his
think that
favorites.
we should do a soup and wine specific pairing because
Yeah.
like that would be fun.
If you want to do a cooking show, I'm all set. I got
Yes.
all kinds of stuff.
What's cooking? We're
Well,
gonna
we
have
should
cooking.
come down and get him in his
Let's
own
cooking with
element.
Jim and
Yeah,
Joe.
okay.
Yes.
There you go. I like
I love
that.
it. And we
I like
won't
that.
bring George. George is head of security here. That's his dog. But Maverick, quality control, you know, I think we got something going on here.
Yeah.
We'll leave
So
George.
we're going
We'll
to get
leave
ready for the holidays, folks.
Nice.
You know, it's
Oh
time to
my
put on
goodness.
your
Santa
Santa
Joe is
hat and get
here.
ready. Because
Yeah.
since I'm rocking the Santa look
You
already.
are.
So,
That's perfect.
so
So
we're going to.
He's
Thank
got
you
the
for
whole
coming.
costume too.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
You were great. Your calling obviously has done you well. You are not just doing great at the winery, but you're doing great with the sweets too.
Yeah, congrats on the longevity of it all. It's not easy to run any business for that long, and and to be there early and to have everything grow around you to what it's become
Yeah.
today. It's great. So
Thank you so much.
congratulations.
Yeah, that is
Thank you, guys.
amazing. And Katherine, it's always nice to see you. Where can people buy tickets? It's only until 10 a.m. tomorrow.
Yep, CayugaWineTrail.com/events.
I have a feeling next month we'll be doing sparkling.
Maybe
You say
she's
that
gonna,
with, like,
yeah,
misery.
basic.
I don't know. I'll try to think of something clever because it's
Yeah.
after Christmas but before New Year's.
Last show of the year it'll
Yeah.
be. So it's been another great year.
Yeah.
It has.
Call me.
Cheers to us. Yeah, we're going to make Joe a staple from here on out. But just like that, it's already time for us to wrap up the show. We'll be back again next Wednesday, of course. If you enjoyed the show, you can click like, you can share with your friends, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll be back again. And until then, have a great weekend here in the Finger Lakes. Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers. Happy holiday.